Everybody, this is Shelby, and we're back with another segment of
My Black
Experience.
All right.
Today, I got the pleasure of interviewing
Why
my
you,
friend.
Why are you so good at this, bro? man, brought somebody else in. Let him ask me the questions. We flipping it today. Reverse.
reverse.
That would mean I'm asking him questions. My bad. All right. All right. So everybody, we're back with another episode of My Black Experience. Today, I have the honor in interviewing Dante Brooks. How you doing?
Good, man. How about yourself?
I cannot complain. Glad that we could get you out, man. A different perspective on life, a fresh perspective.
I like how you did that.
You like that?
You did that. That's
Okay. Because everybody, if you're not aware, we have Dante and his clothing line is a fresh culture. Now this goes underneath that. Say.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, stay from? Yeah.
Okay.
So
a little bit about that.
So a fresh culture basically spawned from a song called Fall Afresh by a band Jesus Culture.
Okay.
Heard this time, I never heard the word afresh before. And this is when I was trying to start my brand, trying to think of a name. Came on my iTunes.
And it just dropped.
And I was like,
that.
Get the word afresh and then start a new beginning, right? I was starting mine over again. Plus the idea of being afresh every day. And the culture part comes along with just, when you're within a culture, you're doing something. Something is like, it's a normal thing. So for me, it's wake, pray, forgive, repent, thanks, stay fresh, daily.
So
repeat the next day.
Plus all those one more time.
Wake, pray, forgive, repent, thanks. Stay fresh. So that's how I stay fresh daily. That's my culture of being afresh every day.
Okay. So how long ago did you start that clothing line?
2017. Yeah.
And how has it grown since?
Late 2017 into late 2018, it sucked. But
okay.
I wasn't being myself. Like the brand wasn't a representative of who I was. I tried to whole faith been on pop culture thing and a crap load of ideas. And I was just throwing them on shirts. For the most part, the shirts, it was corny. And it did. It really showed because nobody in them. And, things like that. And I know when you first own business, things don't happen right away. But there was something, it wasn't just because people weren't buying it. It was because I knew the reflection of who I am. So I'm a believer. My faith is strong. Never been a in your face person. And my shirts were like at your face.
Yeah.
I'm more of because I come background of being a rapper, hip hop, metaphors, double entendres, triple entendres, kind of how I view myself, and I wasn't viewing that way. Okay. So look at Stay Fresh has more than one meaning. It's what I gave you, but also I'm a sneakerhead. I love streetwear. So it's also the idea of you wake up and what you're going to put on, I feel fresh. I'm going to match my J's with, you know what I mean? It's the other meaning. So you got that double meaning. And also it's the conversation to Stay Fresh mean. You get to tell them what it means or tell them what it means to you. If you go to my website, see what it means to me and what I mean by it, and what I mean by it. So it's also a conversation thing, more like a web song or with a lyric that says something that makes you think. Sometimes you might not even get it till like 10 years later, like, oh snap, that's what he meant. So that's kind of how I am as a person. My brand needed to be a little bit more simple. So I shut it down in between 3 months. There goes my faith again.
Right.
So I started brand because of 3 signs. T-shirts back in 2018, and I stopped. My homeboy Wiley called me and was like, quit doing T-shirts, man. You start doing that. I was like, maybe, I don't know. Okay. Today, another sign, Facebook post, one of my old T-shirts. My friend sends me a text message, I put up my old Yola T-shirt, my old shirt. Oh, okay. That's, there's a 3s with that. So brand wasn't going anywhere, and I shut it down for 3 months. And I did it on purpose because, of course, Jesus said, I will destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days. You got 3, you had 3 crosses, right? So I broke it all down for 3 months, a research of what my brand was missing, going wrong, what is the denominator from all these brands that I like? And it was simplicity. So after those 3 months, I rebuilt the brand up and kicked again, and I have back since. Yeah. That's a lot. I tried to be quick as possible.
Man, so doing with my black experience is just asking the people that I interview. I my mother for the front, right? The first time I've ever interviewed anyone in my family.
Was that awkward?
No, it was actually really easy. It was fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. I would have been a little more awkward if it was bad. You know, deeper questions.
Yeah,
You know, his thoughts on certain things. We would have to have biblical conversation. Yeah. But it was really fun. But what we want to see is what experiences or hear an experience have affected you in your life. These questions are helping our viewers see just our black experience and what somebody went through as an African American.
Okay.
So this first one, it just asks, what did your black experience, how did it affect you, entrepreneur? And as an artist, if you don't know, say is a rapper. It's a pretty good one. I'm going to ask him a little later if he's down for it.
Might walk off the stage. I don't know.
Come on now. Get some old bars out.
Man, that's old bars, right? I think that I became an entrepreneur right time.
Okay.
Being as far as being black entrepreneur, I think that times of where we're at right in the whole rising, and there's a lot of more black pride going on. I think I started my black entrepreneur was right before it was kicking off.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it really had any like pitfalls of being a blackpreneur or a blackist, but the joys of it has been great because support.
Okay.
On top of that, my stuff is kind of dope, so it helps. But
Facts.
but the greatest thing that is seeing other people come in, not like the purchasing gear. That's cool. That's always a great company sales. But when they come to you and they want to start their business, they're asking me. I'm like, really? But they're asking me like to like mentor or how did you start this, or what did you, or what platform did you do for that, et cetera, et cetera. Can you look at this idea that I have? You know, I'm like, that's kind of mind blowing, you know, but at the same time, actually somebody who somehow inspired another brother or sister to own brand or business, because I'm not a young dude. And the other part of that is like, it's not, you got some people who are my age or creeping up there. It's like not too late. And I think that's dope. So with that, I guess seeing other businesses, you know, and being part of the inspiration, not saying be inspiration, but being part of it, I think that's been dope. Yeah.
Okay. As an artist, what has been the thrilling experience as an African artist in front of a crowd of your own people?
Always the response. Always a response. Because the crowd can kill it in a
know that.
But it's always the response because brutal. Like, you know, I mean, look at Yellow. Black people are brutal. We'll let you know if it ain't.
Quickly. Boo, get
him off the
stage. He is
stage.
not working.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just think it's the response. But one of the biggest rewards is when you get off or you get done and somebody lets you know that they heard you. It's like, oh, I enjoyed the performance. Like, they actually like heard you. And I had somebody tell me a long time ago, after I got done somewhere, they was like, man, I heard what you were saying, man. I mean, that one thing you said, I've been going through, and that kind of hit a little bit. And just thank you for that. Like, yo, thanks. You know, like,
That's a good feeling.
Yeah.
That you can touch somebody, what you say in your music. It's definitely a great feeling. So another question that I always ask men is, as a man, what most important lesson your black experience, you being, has taught you? And how do you think that and can affect your son or other young black men.
How much time we got?
let's try to squeeze it.
Squeeze it.
Yeah.
Try to squeeze this one because that's
Loaded.
That's loaded.
Yeah.
Man. Nothing in this world made a black man even, right? Oh my God. Mental health as a black man does not get talked about enough. I mean, we carry a lot of weight on our shoulders as men. I mean, we're talking black people. I mean, women carry a lot too, but speaking from a man's perspective, we put a lot of stuff in because we looked at as being strong and, handle this and handle that. We're not, and we have a lot of stuff in. A lot of times, quiet places, I've broken down. Because sometimes that stuff is, black husband, father, we have a lot of things that we teach our kids just being black. And we have to work 3 times hard and be 4 times as smart just to get one step ahead. You know what I'm saying? And we try to teach my that a lot. But the loaded thing of having to teach our kids, our especially sons, to be in front of police, how to tend in the steering wheel, ask permission to go into your glove box, permission to debris wallet. If you got to getting out of your car is not required, but we should do it because I want you to come tonight, right? Although a traffic stop is a requirement to get out of your car, please do it so you can come home. Things like that. So there's so much in the experience being a black man to lay on him. And most resilient, most creative people, we take in out of nothing. I'm going to wrap this up in a second. This could get really
No.
We can take hip hop, 2 turntables, and you find a break beat and create a whole other man out of turntables, right? And records that don't belong, right? Create a whole nother instrument. That's from you plug the street light in the park, outside the projects in the Bronx, and you created hip hop. And now it's global. Black people in our ancestors in slavery or hand-me-downs church. But if you look at those photos and look up those images from us putting hand-me-downs, that stuff look fly.
Real good.
We make it good. The jacket didn't pants away with the pants away. We made that stuff good, and that stuff still resonates today. At this moment in time now, we have pushed forward so much from medicine to whiskey, to music.
Hardly ever get credit
and
for it.
don't get traffic lights. All this other we don't get credit for. So we don't let that whatever's out there tell you that you are not the culture. Because we're more than balls, songs. You know what I mean? So black experience has taught me that. We are more than what we're made to be. And we need the kids that. Not just baller or whatever, but hey, you can be a little bit more than that.
Yeah. I had an experience. A gentleman wanted our sense. He was passing out clothing for people, and he said that he takes his kid downtown to see people or assist black people downtown, but those black are homeless. And I was thinking to myself, so we don't have lawyers that your kids go see. We don't have doctors that you can take. First experience has to be a homeless black
What
person.
are your kids doing that?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Man.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Exactly.
That's
It's like,
terrible. Just think people's first actions of black people by watching something on and thinking that's how we're supposed to act, right? So just look at the 20s or whatever minstrel shows and thinking that's supposed to act. We're supposed to do that.
it's nuts because we're still doing that, going through that process.
Yeah.
We're telling our kids to watch whatever's on TV because the music videos are exciting and watch or whatever new song, and we're allowing them to see images of the only images that they get to see on TV.
Yeah.
In a negative way sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's parenting. That's where it comes parenting. Because, those people are, don't get me wrong. Like, I saw B say one that she doesn't let her kid, she wouldn't her child, her videos or hear her songs. Because you know why? Because the songs aren't made for kids. The songs are made for adults, which means that how are you gonna be a role model to these little kids? No, I'm not supposed to model to your kids. I don't make songs for your kids. I make songs for you. Right. You know?
And you monitor.
Right. You monitor kids, you know? Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I have been wondering what music to allow son to listen to. Mm-hmm. That has been difficult because I love a lot of different genres of music. Mm-hmm. You go to my parents' house, who's, pastor and first lady, certain that you cannot play.
Right.
So my son was loving On Road. Now, I didn't like the song, but he found it, likes it. It's interesting. Mm-hmm. I know it sounds wholesome. And then you find out it's not. But he was in the house singing it. And so my mom started catching just the chorus, of course, because you don't know all the others.
Right.
Like, you're in First Lady and Pastor's house singing Tower Road. I was like, oh, Lord, I'm going to get struck down. Man. But it's like, do I let my kid listen to as a parent? But that's a tough thing to do. Because even Kids Bop, our songs weren't appropriate songs to begin with. And they just changed the words around. And yeah. So, last, all right? And we've been asking, or we're going to ask that I interview this question. What was your moment in life you are most proud of Black?
First that I want to give to you every day.
Okay.
Hey, I'm proud of Black.
Okay, I like that.
I'm proud of where we got a long way to go, but I'm of where we have come. But if I have to pick one, just one minute, it'd be hands down probably every Black person's favorite moment in history. But see a Black man get inaugurated in presidency of the United States was the most amazing thing I think I ever saw in life. I've seen some of them. I mean, I lived through a lot of stuff, right?
Right.
Seen some stuff, right? True. I mean, a lot of things, and of course, our grandparents seen a lot more, but did I ever think in life that our grandparents would see Black men get, voted into the house? The White House. Who built the house?
It was built for us.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, there was some mad people in the world. Why we were 45 in the first place? The mad people. But
we're not talking about that.
We're not gonna talk about that. See, that was amazing in itself. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. Is after this last presidency, I can name a lot of things, but this one came to mind when we were speaking of presidents. But saw, not an Instagram, but a Facebook post of my aunt Sugar, and she was happy because we get to see a Black man voted in as president of the U.S. A woman of color get voted in as vice president. My aunt, her eyes were so watery, was so happy. Did I ever think we'd see that life? It's bananas, man. It's bananas. So, but death has to be hands down. That was amazing to see. Jesse Jackson, I don't know if he was sad he didn't make it into the presidency when he ran, or was he just happy that Obama did it? But he was crying.
He was crying. I think a lot of people were. That's so funny that my mother did the same question, and that was the same thing. It was seeing the president, also his wife. How elegant she was. Oh yeah, the entire time. She's still she came out. Man,
did you see at the inauguration? Killed it.
Man. And so his simplicity, her going and bubbly self, it catches.
Yeah.
But that, man, I think that a lot of people's, top number.
Yeah.
Because it meant we belong here too.
Yeah. I mean, take away whatever he did wrong or did right as a president, but if you look at that family, you couldn't scandal all. You had to dig and dig and dig and still couldn't find anything. I mean, they had a tan suit, or the fact that he put mustard on his burger or whatever you got.
It's the best you can do.
That's the best you
Man.
can find. Another. So for him to do that 8 years without a blemish,
Back to back.
back to back, back to
Man.
yeah. That
And
moment.
then we get,
Right. But
I'm telling you now, bro.
yeah, so that's good.
One of the time I was most proud to be, like I was, and it's nothing like world change. I was at a conference and I just looked around and I saw all of Americans, young people, just worship God together. Nobody really caring how it looked and people crying. I mean, some people praying for other people's lives while people are singing. It was like, man, this unity happening right now.
Yeah.
Man, that's so powerful to me. And if we could do this outside the four walls of church and get together with other groups, well, not just church people.
Right.
And
Just people. Right.
you know, I think,
Yeah.
that's my moment,
I feel that.
So, we're wrapping this up. I'm glad that you could join us. Stay tuned for next week. Have another incredible guest, but I want to thank Dante for joining us tonight. Man, a pleasure to have you around.
No doubt, man. Same.
I'm going to have to have you come back next time. Not this time. Next time he'll rap for us.
You got to prepare me way ahead of that
Way
one.
ahead of time. Okay. You got any quick bars, real quick?
No, but just at Instagram, at AFRESH Culture. Website is afreshculture.com. Facebook, at AFRESH. Everything is AFRESH Culture. Much love.
And we're out. I really was hoping he'd bring me a shirt tonight.
I swear, I left it sit right on my table. That's my bad.
Man, I was like, oh, man. And then when it was the purple shirt too,
it was
bro.
black and purple,
I had some
yeah.
kicks for that, bro.
Yeah.
Some Van,
How you do?
man.